Saving money on your trip is certainly a priority for most people, and today we're going to help you stretch your budget when you visit Madrid. Some of our tips can be applied to other destinations in Spain, but most are specific to Madrid. Hola, ¿qué tal? I am Tony Galvez from Road Trip Spain and Portugal, where we help you plan the perfect trip with practical information and insider tips. Be very welcome to the channel. In the video description you will find links to all the videos and resources mentioned throughout the program. Let's get to the tips. Tip number 1. Research the dates of your trip. The first tip is the one that can lead to the biggest savings. Madrid is a capital of Spain and as such hosts many events of all kinds throughout the year. And one of these events, or the conjunction of several, can cause the price of hotel accommodation to skyrocket. So take our advice before you buy your plane ticket. Take a quick look at the prices of accommodation in Madrid. On the Booking.com website, for example, there is a very useful tool that allows you to see the prices on the calendar, clearly identifying the most expensive and the cheapest dates. This tool works with all hotels and types of accommodation. And on many hotels' own websites, there is also a rate calendar, which allows you to identify chilling price rises, such as the one you are seeing now on the screen, going from 34 euros a night to 340 euros a night in a single day, and it is not a mistake. The important thing, the fundamental thing, is not to buy a plane ticket without first researching whether any event in Madrid has left accommodation prices sky high. The second tip is to consider staying in a hostal. Hostales, or pensiones, not to be confused with hostels, are the economic siblings of hotels, and because of their importance, they already have a video on the channel. Be sure to watch it. There are countless hostales in the tourist center of Madrid. They can end up being a cheaper accommodation option for your stay in the city. Third tip. If you really want to save money, forget about having breakfast at the hotel. We have nothing against breakfast served in hotels, but if you want to save money, it is essential to get rid of an expense that ends up weighing a lot on the price of accommodation. In Madrid, there is a place to have breakfast on every corner, almost every corner. And if you don't need a hearty breakfast, you'll get it for a much cheaper price than in a hotel. We already have a video explaining what breakfast is like in Spain. Make the most of free public transport. We don't know how long the initiative will last, but right now Madrid has free bus lines. The most important one, the most useful, is line 001, which already has a video in the channel. A wonderful tool for those who want to save money in Madrid. It is a local bus line free of charge that passes through many of Madrid tourist attractions. If you stay along the line, you can save a lot on transport during your stay in Madrid. Make lunch your main meal of the day. The fifth tip for saving money in Madrid is to have your main meal of the day at lunchtime. Lunchtime in restaurants is usually cheaper than dinner time. Even more so if you take advantage of the menú del día, a Spanish invention we have already presented on the channel, which accompanies the one we dedicate to a handful of menús del día in Madrid that we like a lot. The next tip may come as a surprise, but it doesn't really lend itself to much debate. If you want to save money, you shouldn't eat at the Mercado de San Miguel. Mind you, we're not saying you shouldn't visit it. It's a beautiful building in the center of Madrid. Stroll around its stalls and delight yourself with the delicacies served there. But you should know that you will pay a lot more for food in the market than you would in other parts of Madrid, and the main reason is that the Mercado de San Miguel is, above all, a place for tourists. There are many places near the market to eat tapas, as we showed you in our Madrid tapas route. Check whether you are entitled to any discounts. If you are a young person, a student, a teacher, or a person of the best age, which is how we like to refer to the elderly, you should know that there are many attractions in Madrid that offer discounts, including very outstanding places such as the Prado Museum or the Royal Palace. On the screen we are showing now the discounts that the Prado Museum is offering at the moment. You will have to research what discounts each attraction offers, because there is no single universal criteria. If you want to take advantage of the discount offered for students and teachers, you will need to have the ISIC International Card or the ITIC International Card, which are the documents recognized as a form of identification as a student or teacher. Make the most of the free attractions. You probably already know that there are quite a few free attractions in Madrid and that some of the most important paid ones have free opening hours. The free opening hours can be a pain because of the huge queues at places like the Royal Palace or El Prado, but in terms of saving on admission fees, nothing beats free opening hours. Get a Madrid Museum Pass. Anyone who visits Madrid wants to see its extraordinary museums, and one way to save on visits to the museums is to buy passes or cards for them. There are several, and some of them are excellent, allowing great savings. Don't miss the video we have dedicated to them on the channel. Don't book a transfer to leave Madrid airport. The last tip is related to transportation from the airport. There are always taxis at Madrid airport terminals, which operate with a feature that makes them unbeatable: a fixed rate to the city center. You can see more details on this matter in the video where we talk about leaving the airport. In the specific case of Madrid, hiring a transfer is completely unnecessary. It will cost you more than a taxi. Moreover, Madrid's taxi fleet has vehicles that carry up to 8 passengers paying the same fixed rate. So that's our collection of tips on how to save money during your visit to Madrid. We hope you found them useful and that they make your budget stretch a bit further. As always, if you have any questions, take advantage of the commentary box to ask. If you found the video useful and want to leave us a thumbs up, we'll be grateful. And even more so if you dedicate a super thanks to our work. You will see now on the screen our essential guide to Madrid with everything you need to know to plan the perfect trip to the Spanish capital. We'll be back next week with a new video about traveling around the country. Ademais, hasta la próxima. See you soon.